Shit, welcome back to the Hood Rats podcast, the most underrated, underprivileged, and undocumented podcast. It's kind of been a minute, bro, since we've actually done a solo episode, if I'm being completely honest, and it's been quite a long time since we actually came back here to the start of all of it.
Yeah, since fucking episode 9 or some shit.
Yeah.
9, I think episode 9 was Joe's Garage. No, before that.
Now, before that, I think the last episode that we had here was like episode 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
And then we did like a good 4 episodes, maybe at Gio's pad.
Yeah.
And then the 10th one, I believe, was the one that we finally were able to get a studio.
Yeah.
Well, the first one.
The first one was
The first one, West Adams.
That one
Yeah.
closed down. Today I checked. Oh, it didn't close down. Just don't do
The podcast no more. Yeah.
Don't do podcast anymore. Yeah. Just making sure everything's. Oh yeah, we're out there.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, but it's been it's been a minute, bro. Like, we've had guests after guests after guests after guests. We had like a good fucking sick ass run, bro, of like nothing but straight guests. If we're being completely honest.
Last 2 months now? 3 months?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Because with Gio, even like last one with just us three.
Is when we're coming back from vacation.
Yeah, huh?
That was like around like March, April.
March, April. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then when it's just us two, it's been like since November.
Yeah.
Because I think episode 2 they showed up.
Episode like episode 4,
Oh,
3 or
episode
4.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, because we did one here by ourselves, and then after that Gio came in, and then the week after that it was Gio and JD.
Gio and JD, huh? Oh, shit.
But shit, man.
Crazy.
Honestly, we've been through it all.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, all we need is a sponsorship. So, if anybody out there want to sponsor us, like legitimately, I know we've been fucking around a lot with the sponsorships. But if there's anybody out there, just throwing it out there, just anybody that would want to sponsor this fucking show.
Ghost. Rogue Fitness.
Rogue.
Whatever.
Ghost Fitness.
Ghost. PSA. Power Tech. Canon. You guys sponsor us a video. MacBook. Anything. I think all those companies are struggling though right now. The economy.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're getting anything soon from anybody because they're struggling. I know Apple's
down.
Apple's doing good right now. Actually,
Yeah.
I think. But everything else is struggling, so I don't think we're getting.
Aren't they gonna drop something soon? Another fucking phone?
16?
Is it?
I don't know. I don't keep up with
motherfuckers
that.
always be fucking dropping like fucking phones every fucking month and shit.
Yeah, every I think
it's like every 2 years, no?
Once 1 or 2, yeah. For a while, they were stuck on the 15's been out for a while.
Yeah.
I have a 15 and
I wouldn't know.
Galaxy. I started off with Galaxy. I had the Galaxy S3, I think. And then, but Apple, I think is better. I don't know why. Is that like those offer a bunch of other like widgets and stuff like that, but like I don't know how to do any of that. So the iPhone, like default iPhone, is like that's all I need it for. I don't know how to add like modify. You know, people modify it.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan said that. They modify it. I don't know.
That's why he changed over to Team fucking Android.
Bro, I know a girl that was like, oh yeah, Apple, that Galaxy's better, Android's better, because you can do that. And I asked her, so. How'd you modify it? Oh, I haven't started yet. It's been a couple of years, but I haven't started yet. So like these people just
talking out their ass.
Some people, some tech dudes. I'm sure Jabber knows how to fucking do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some people actually know how to like. I mean, people break fucking what's that shit called? Jailbreak Roku's and fucking what's the shit called? The Fire Sticks.
Fire Sticks.
So they're able to like stream live events, movies, shows, like anything they really want.
Yeah. My mom has a Fire Stick, and now she watches Mexican TV because you can't.
Oh yeah, that's cool too.
Actual channels from Mexico because over here you can't watch those. And I think she has a Fire Stick. You can watch DAZN and shit like that.
Oh shit, for real?
I think so. We haven't tried it yet, but one thing that the audio might be different because
of course we're using fucking mics, mics.
I'm sure you heard the car start over. Also, you hear the fucking like the
planes.
When I was setting this shit up, the ambient noise is kind of cool, like the crickets and shit. You kind of feel like you're outside, even though we're in the city. And it feels like we're like in the countryside, even though we're in the city. Yeah. Cause, like the crickets and shit, like that cricket right there, won't shut the fuck up. But it sounds kind of cool sometimes.
Nah, it sounds nice, man. Cool, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think it's also very humbling to come back here, just because like. I mean, I don't want to compare it to what just happened 4 years ago, but I mean, you just don't know when shit might hit the fan, and you're stuck
COVID?
back on doing, going back to day one, square one, you know?
Yeah, and then the airplane too, that's like super throwback.
Yeah, for sure.
I know we talked about this before in here, but like how we used to record back in E1 Combat.
E1 Combat.
Fucking, we used to have to wait for like the airplane to pass by, and we live like 20 minutes from LAX, so it's like.
Yeah, we're on the pathway of like the planes.
It's like we have half the day we recorded was just waiting.
Yeah, basically.
The other half was like fucking actual recording.
Yeah, because I remember we were timing it, and it was about like a minute and a half in between intervals of like the first plane and the plane that comes. Yeah, the plane that comes after.
So we have to squeeze in all the information in a minute.
Yeah.
And wait another minute, and then sometimes they'll come back to back, and then you wait another minute. So
and sometimes like that shit would throw me off, bro, because I was in the mid sentence or mid idea. And then out of nowhere, the fucking plane would come. So we would have to stop out completely. And then this is where sometimes I would feel pressure. And that's when I would feel like I would have to stutter. Or I felt I stuttered even more because of the fact that I felt like I was being fucking rushed. Because in theory, I mean, I really was. But yeah, it just kind of sucked. I felt like a lot of those videos also could have been a little bit better.
Yeah. Also, like, sometimes you would say something important during the airplane.
Yeah.
And you couldn't cut that part out. Like, cause sometimes you couldn't time it properly. And you say, like, important, like, oh, you have to jab here. But the airplane was there, and you can't cut out that part, so you have to just fucking
you just put like a good little 5 seconds of like the fucking plane like fucking up your fucking sound. Yeah, man. But today we were actually supposed to have some guests, but it happened, so we want to apologize to that to the what Edgar say?
Las toxies. I'm not saying that. I didn't say that. Las toxies.
Yeah. I have some notes, bro. Just like a variety of different things that have happened. So I mean, just to kind of sum things up before we actually get into detail with a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of like Disney stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff with, of course, the Olympics. The Olympics just passed by.
Oh, yeah.
So we could talk a little bit about that, bro. And also because of the fact that the next ones are actually going to be here. So that's going to be pretty exciting, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, like, the breakdancing stuff.
Bro, Australia. Okay, we'll get to Reagan. That's her name, Reagan.
Oh, yeah?
Her. We'll get to...
Yeah, we'll get to her. Yeah.
But Australia, did you see how they were fucking reacting?
No.
Like the people in Australia, like the... Not BBC, but their version of Australian news.
Okay.
They were since our media was saying that we're like a couple weeks ago. Our media, American media, was saying that we're number one.
Yeah.
Because we had the most medals total.
Yeah.
And then, but we were second to China or third to China, or we were like in third place in gold medals. Which is what everybody counts as winning the Olympics.
Yeah.
So Australia was talking shit, like, oh yeah, America, you guys have the most medals, but we're still above you in gold medals. And then like 2 or 3 events later, I guess the swimming events are like you get like 10 medals.
Yeah.
Men and women, bro. Like in 2 weeks, we caught up. Like we came first place in gold and overall medals. So Australia. So instead of being like, oh yeah, you're right, my bad, we're talking shit. You guys have the most medals and the most gold medals. We're sorry. They fucking went further, and they're like, oh well, if you take the medals per capita, since we're a smaller country, we're number one. But if you take that into account, being per capita, they wouldn't be number one either. Because there's countries where like 200,000 people that won 1 gold medal.
Yeah, Australia's a big country.
26 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like Dominica. I don't know. It's not Dominica. It's not DR. But Dominica is like a country that has like 200,000 people, and they won 1 gold medal. One medal, I think, at all in total. So they would be number one technically under
like
rules.
what they were trying to do.
1 gold medal wins the overall Olympics doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But they have a point though. Like 26 million people, they still got like 4th place or something, which is cool. But America,
hurrah!
America. Now that the Olympics are over, America tied with China for overall gold medals. But we won overall medals by a lot though. Yeah, our silver and bronze medals, we fucking.
They're up there.
Yeah.
Way up the fuck
up there. It's like 30, 40, like 20, 30 medals difference between China, number 2, and us, number 1. But we both got 40 gold medals total.
Yeah.
So, like, Australia, you guys fucking... it's a one-sided beef according to them. According to us, it's a one-sided beef because we never think about Australians until right now.
We're so egotistical. Yeah. Fucking damn Americans are ignorant about all other fucking countries.
And Australia's ignorant in breakdancing. Like, you saw fucking,
yeah, I saw that, bro. That was tough. That was a tough watch.
And there's like a conspiracy theory about it. Because you know she has a PhD in dance, or like
does she?
She has a PhD in, I don't think it's breakdancing, but she has a PhD in like some sort
like
of art.
She would teach dance basically, like
something like that. Yeah. She has a PhD in some sort of art form, and she teaches breakdancing.
Okay.
But to get to the Olympics, she had to win like a world championship, like a qualifier type.
Yeah, but like a lot of like the little sports do around here, right? Like to qualify for the teams, you need to go through like a variety of different people, right? To make to actually make the team
Olympics
on the team.
But she, and I don't know the exact details. I was watching her earlier. She's like the director of the Olympic Committee, and her husband also. Her husband refed the world championships that she won to make it to the Olympics.
Okay.
So she's on the board of the Olympic Committee. So she's the
one. So there's some foul play there.
Yeah, because she, I gave her respect. She, I think, is the one that got she was a big part in putting the Olympics breakdance into Olympics.
Okay.
but she was also in charge of recruiting.
Okay.
So she recruited herself. And so she recruited herself, and this is according to some source that I don't have. She recruited herself and some of her friends to make it. And she obviously didn't choose herself, even though she's not the best qualified person, as we
clearly saw.
As a fucking kangaroo. And her husband was like, her husband was critical in her making to the Olympics because he was a judge in the World Championship. Yeah. Something so like that.
There's some foul play.
There's not foul play. It's not like Australia sucks at breakdancing. It's just that there's
that corruption. They got cheated out of it.
Yeah, by ray gun.
You know what's crazy, man, is that throughout like these Olympics, I also saw like just how you were explaining. I saw like a bunch of little conspiracies, and I just saw a bunch of foul play from other countries. Cause for example, man, I don't know the actual name of the page, but there was this dude that was talking about like, oh, how come Mexico has so many world champions in like the actual sport of professional boxing? But how come when it comes to like Olympics, why can't they produce any really good medalists, right? And like it was funny because they talked about like the corruption, and then he talked about there was like a clip where Canelo also talked about like being in the like Olympic team and how he paid like to kind of like not to get on the team, bro, but like to be able to fight for a spot on the team.
Okay.
And they stole the money and stuff, and there was just a bunch of like foul play also going going with the Mexican boxing Olympic team, right? And it was just interesting, bro. It was just kind of like a little interesting like mini documentary of him just talking about basically everything that was wrong with the Olympic organization and the committees and the foul play. And it was just overall like it's just interesting, bro. It's like a 20-minute like little small documentary that some dude. No, not Canelo, bro. Just the boxing. He mentioned it. That was one of the examples that they used. Yeah, and it's kind of really interesting. But I also got to see a little bit of like I'm not trying to stray too far off, bro. But I also saw like a little bit of what was that guy's name? Marco Verde. Shout out Marco Verde, the guy that actually won plata for
the
silver medalist for Mexico. Yeah, like I actually saw him fight. I actually saw the final as well. But I also see like why Mexicans are not that good at Olympic boxing too, just because like the style that they carry on is made more for 12 rounds. It's not really made for like 3-round exhibition matches. If I'm being completely honest, because that's kind of basically what it is, right? Like 3 rounds.
3 minutes.
3 rounds, 3 minutes, bro.
That's it. 9 minutes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like and I also see why the people from like, with all due respect, why Uzbekistan are not that great professionally because of the style that they have. Because the style that they have is like in and out. So like there's always just like jumping in, jumping out, jumping in, jumping out, and to like carry that out through like a 36-minute fight, it's almost borderline impossible, right? So like also like the styles, of course, are. Like I said, I'm not trying to get too deep into it, but of course the styles, of course, also have a little bit of to do with the play, right? Like like with how like everything kind of turns out. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the Olympics is talk about the boxing Olympics. Of course, we had that little controversy too with the. There was actually two.
There's two.
There's two. There was I believe she was either Taiwan from Taiwan. He or she, whatever you guys want to go by, Taiwan, and then the chick or the dude that's from Algeria. Algeria.
So. Iman something. I heard that people are like going back on that though, because even like the Italian chick that lost, that didn't shake her hand, she apologized. Yeah. Because I think more evidence suggested that she was actually she.
Yeah.
She had like some sort of like hormone imbalance that like she has more testosterone, but she's a she. According to most sources, I haven't looked into it really because I honestly don't really care about it.
Yeah, I mean neither, but it was just one of those things that was really out there. It was like all over the fucking media. Yeah. Like everywhere I went, I couldn't escape that. Even in Mexico, bro.
Oh, everybody was talking about that?
Everybody was talking about it.
And what did you say about it?
Just like, I mean, I can't really say the words that they use here, but you can only imagine, bro.
I can imagine what they're saying about that poor girl. Because if the whole world fucking... Even I was like, it's a dude. You shouldn't be fighting girls. But then after we saw that she was actually a girl, or I don't really know.
I don't know neither.
But after one punch, that fucking Italian chick's like,
quit.
Fuck that.
Yeah, she's like, fuck that. She's all like, I never got hit as hard as I did in... Like basically,
and she was
right there.
She was like she's been doing this her whole life, I think. The Italian chick.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I've been doing this my whole life. No girl ever pushed me this hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
that's exactly
like,
what she said.
Oh fuck, one punch. Imagine how hard the girl hits. Fucking in MMA, we had that a long ass time ago. Like before the UFC was super fucking huge. Mm-hmm. This chick, her name was I think Fox. Something Fox. She was a dude, but this one like there was no controversy. She was a dude. Yeah. Or he, the fighter was born a dude. Yeah. And fought in Strikeforce against women, and she would lose to women. I think she lost to like some UFC chick before. But like that just shows that the thing was that she or he, that's this fighter, sucked as a dude, and then started fighting with girls. And even then, she still kind of sucked. She would lose to I think she lost to Ashley Evans Smith, who was like a speed level UFC fighter back in the day. And so like sometimes you like take advantage of like your like I suck at most sports, but if I go to like if I go to boxing, women's boxing, I could get a bronze medal in the Olympics. Like that Iman chick will fuck me up, but I think I can beat up that Italian chick. Yeah. If I cut if I cut down 20 pounds,
for sure,
I can win a bronze medal in women's boxing.
For sure, right? Bro. Hell yeah, I believe that. That's 100%
yeah,
sure.
And in soccer, I'll get fifth place. Like if I join the U.S. women's team, I think that was
more. I think sports like group sports are more difficult because you actually have to depend on other people. You get me? It's like okay, like even me. Let's just say I wear a wig and I play for the women's national team of, let's just say, a shitty ass fucking team. Like with all the respect, let's just say I'll play for like let's just say like Dominican Republic.
Oh, they suck.
And let's just say I play as a dude and the chicks are my teammates. I'm not gonna be able to fucking cover all the other 11 chicks. You get me?
Yeah.
Like at most, maybe
one or two.
Maybe one or two, maybe three. Right?
If you slide tackle them, fuck them up and shit.
If I slide tackle them, I'd probably be fucking ejected out the game.
Maldini, you be the Maldini in women's soccer. if you go center back in women's soccer, you'll be one of the greatest. You'll be
Low-key?
Ramos, Maldini, fucking who's the other Italian defensive player? I don't know.
That new kid, I forget his name too.
I don't know. You'll be Rudiger. You'll be fucking Dani Alves. Bro, you would be this level.
Nah, not Dani Alves, bro.
Why?
Because that guy.
Pepe,
all
right.
Cool.
Pepe.
Cool.
Oh,
Dani Alves is in jail.
a pedophile. Huh? No, rapist. Actually, sorry, rapist. Yeah. But did you a bunch of surfing's in fucking Olympics, but it's not in Paris. It's in Tahiti.
Yeah. It was part of the Olympics.
They canceled some events because
breakdancing.
Oh, that
breakdance. So they canceled lacrosse. They canceled softball, cricket, baseball, and there was another few sports too.
No, those are the ones coming back.
Yeah, those are coming back when they're here.
Yeah,
but they canceled them. But they canceled them. This one.
But there were some events that were supposed to take place in Paris, but they canceled it. Like swimming, like outdoor swimming. Oh, yeah? Because they're supposed to use the Seine River. But the Seine River
it was dirty.
Disgusting.
Yeah, dirty.
And
I heard that.
As a way to protest, I was watching a couple weeks before the Olympics started. Mm-hmm. People protested, and they would take a shit. They would defecate in the river, or they would defecate at home, put it in a baggie, and take it to the river to kind of protest because they were supposedly the mayor of Paris went and took a swim in the Seine River to prove that it's safer. If I can do it, everybody else can do it. Yeah. But they should have like kayaking or some shit like that, or whatever sport that doesn't require you to be inside.
Be physically in the water.
I think it was rowing. But yeah, that river is fucking disgusting. I've been to it. It's disgusting.
I mean, it's gonna be crazy as fuck to see what the fuck they do with LA, with how dirty like the LA River is. Because I heard that they want to do like a raft show, I believe, on the LA River, some bullshit like that. Mm-hmm. And they also, of course, the infamous Skid Row and everything else around it as well, with all the homeless population just fucking increasing because also the fucking people wanted more of a wage increase. So people are still asking for a fucking wage increase. Can you believe that, man? And people, like, I think it was like 20% of like the people have, like, in the fast food industry have lost their jobs. I'm like, damn, bro, that's crazy, bro.
But, so you know how surfers in Tahiti, they're gonna have two events somewhere in the Midwest. The kayaking one. Okay. So they said it was too expensive to build like the structure here in LA. So they're just gonna use an existing one in like Oklahoma or something like that. Okay. So there's two events. That one and then another one. There's another I think softball. Softball is gonna be outsourced, and then the kayak one is gonna be outsourced because they already have like the fields somewhere else, and it'd be too expensive to like repurpose our fields and shit like that.
So with like the baseball, how are they gonna do it, bro? Like I've always questioned that because there's some games that almost are always played at the same time. So that you think they're gonna end up using like the Angels Stadium in Anaheim or like further stadiums? Because I doubt they're gonna have all the games at the fucking Dodger Stadium.
Yeah. Dodger Stadium. They're gonna probably use colleges.
Colleges,
like, because you know how like a bunch of like little countries gonna go, no one gives a shit about.
Yeah.
That you can go to like Dominguez Hills.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Or do we have Cal State? I don't think. Yeah, Cal State has a baseball team. You can go to Cal State LA, Cerritos College, all the little community colleges.
Oh, that makes sense.
You can do all that.
For sure, that makes sense. Yeah, because I was a little bit confused on that because they're gonna bring some sports that weren't in the Olympics this year.
Yeah.
In 4 years.
Like 6
I know that they're also fighting to remove boxing because of all the corruption and whatnot. But I mean, a lot of people are also on the opposite end of the spectrum, considering the fact that LA is a big boxing based.
Because Mexicans.
Yeah, it's a big boxing community too. So. Right now, I guess they still haven't really made it official if they're gonna continue on with the boxing or not. But I think that's kind of one of like the bigger issues, I believe, just because of like where we're at. Well, the corruption, but just because of like simply because of where we're at and basically all the fan base that's out here.
They could sell out a bunch of like.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Mexicans love that shit. Mexicans love it. Like we went to the little fucking fights in the Bellagio.
Yeah, bro. Like
was it Bellagio?
Yeah, Bellagio. Yeah, like the Bellagio Theater. It was always pretty full. Like, believe it or not, bro. Like I had gone like to like 3 fights before that one.
Yeah.
And like they're always packed, bro. Like there's always packed, and a lot of those names are just names that are barely coming up. So it's like crazy how people sell out, even though like of course it's not a huge theater, but it's still like a decently sized theater. Yeah, for sure, man. And like they're always pretty full. I mean, also because people of course want to stay after because that shit turns into a club, right? But that's besides the point, right? Like you go for the little event. And after you could stay in and fucking smoke cigarettes, spar with another drunk fool.
Like I was telling you, we went to talking about sports. We went to the Salvador versus Guatemala game.
Yeah,
bro, everybody there got drunk. Everybody wants to fight each other. Well, if this becomes a clip, I'll put in the video of the fool getting taken out.
Oh yeah, by security.
Yeah, so Salvadorans and Guatemalans hate each other because they're like next to each other, and I guess they get compared to each other, and like. I don't know.
Like a rivalry.
I'm not either, so I don't know. But they hate each other. And it was evident at the stadium because all the Salvadorans that I went with were talking shit to other Guatemalans. I'm not Mexicans, so I stayed mostly neutral. And then mostly. But the Guatemalans fucking outnumbered the Salvadorians. But since they're short, so they didn't really seem like whatever. They're both short people. But 503, 502, they played, and then afterwards, like the people that we were with, I'm not gonna say my names, but they were honestly they don't know how to drink or don't know how to hold their liquor because they were trying to fight everybody. And then one of them's only half Salvadorian, and like, he's the most fastest person I know, JD, and then he wants to fucking fight everybody. He doesn't know how to fight, one, and two, he's never like this. So all of a sudden when he's drinking, his aunt really fucking hates the Guatemalan people. That one's fucking crazy. Yeah. Anyways, back to the Olympics.
But he had a good time, no?
The beginning, towards the end, when they were trying to fight, that's like not fun anymore. But once everybody's, because they were like talking shit to like the random people, and then when we were getting close to the car, there were some people, and you know both streets are blue, and so they were talking shit. 503, Salvador, and then there's people in front of us like, fuck, I hope they're Salvadorian fans, because we're walking in the same direction, and these guys, JD and Jose are drunk and acting stupid, don't know how to drink, being fucking highness. They're talking shit because they thought they were Guatemalans. But thank God they were Salvadorians and they got along. Yeah, they were chilling. It ended bad for everybody. But they were short, so like I mean, and Heber and JD are like anomalies. They're fucking large, fucking majes. So, and yeah, and that was my experience at the game.
That was it. Nah, what happened in the last month too? Oh, Deadpool. We had Deadpool Wolverine. I think that was really big too.
That was a huge movie. Yeah.
What'd you think, bro? What are your thoughts on it? Like your serious, honest thoughts, bro.
Serious thoughts.
Yeah.
Out of the trilogy is the worst one.
Think so?
I think so. I think number. Let's see.
It's fair.
I think number 2 was with the cyborg. What's the fuck his name? He plays Thanos.
No, the second one. Yeah, the second one was with Cable.
Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Yeah. That one was my favorite one. And the first one, and this one, it was kind of like the chick, Dr. Xavier's sister. Yeah. Her powers were like, she was super powerful. OP.
Yeah.
She fucking just evaporated fucking
Johnny Storm. Chris Evans.
Like nothing. So I thought, okay, she's an unbeatable force. But then the way that they were able to get back from the void to regular world was super simple. They used emotions. Because Wolverine didn't want to kill her.
Yeah, he didn't.
And so he's like, oh, so she like the emotions were like too quick. Like it was too easy to like there was no battle.
Like
to
it was,
get to the boy.
like it was easier. It was super easy to get the upper hand on her.
Yeah.
Like for her to allow them to go back to
the
their
real
reality.
world.
Yeah.
And then once we got to the real world, she disappeared. And then you had this fight scene, which is cool. I mean, the fight scene was cool. All the Deadpools.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was entertaining if you're into just like
action, like just straight
action,
like murder fest.
Murder fest. There's no like progressive of the story. It's just if that got cut out, like the angle, it wouldn't affect the angle.
Yeah.
It's just for the memes, for like to sell more merch, all that stuff. And so like she was supposed to be a super OP person, and then they defeated her really quick with the power of friendship. They hold hands.
Yeah.
To defeat her, it was kind of cringy. It was like a.
So what do you give the movie overall, bro?
Overall, since it sets up like the actual movie, just by itself, nothing in the future. I give it like a 6.9.
6.9. 6.9
out of 10. But it did set up fucking Gambit, which that's cool.
Are they gonna carry on with that?
I think so because they were gonna bring it back in 2015, I think.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a movie that was supposed to come out, but I believe because at the time, I think Sony had lost the rights to the character itself. They never released it because it was now under Disney.
Yeah. Channing Tatum, like so it was on the book to be made a movie, and then Disney bought Sony, or Disney bought
Disney bought the character.
The character, right?
Yeah, because a bunch of characters.
Yeah, and so he said that once Disney bought all that, it got lost. So they just forgot about it, and then now they brought it back in randomly, and everybody on the internet loves it. Like everybody on the internet is talking about
Gambit.
Fucking Gambit, when he's like, oh, I'm about to make a name. I'll make a.
Yeah, it became a meme.
I'm about to make a name for myself. That became everywhere. So people supply and demand. So the demand
is there.
So Disney has to supply because they're business people. Yeah, what do you think? You're wearing this fucking sweater.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I just got a sweater, bro. Yeah, I give it like a 8 out of 10, bro. I think I mean, it was cool because of the nostalgic feeling. I mean, they brought back what's her name? Fuck, I don't her like the experiment 2 something.
The Logan's daughter.
Yeah, Logan's like a mutant, like, or the mutant that they made out of Logan's DNA.
Yeah.
Of course, you had Gambit. You had Blade. You had Carmen Electra, right? It was Carmen Electra's kid. No.
Carmen Electra like a supermodel.
It was the Daredevil chick, basically. I forget her name. Yeah. But yeah, like they had like it had that nostalgic feeling, so that was pretty cool. Oh, and of course Johnny Storm, right? Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. But other than that, bro, like Sabretooth, yeah, but they dwarfed them though.
Yeah. It was funny though. It was funny movie.
It was cool, but I think the only thing I didn't like, and I think a lot of people are gonna disagree with me. I don't think that, and I get it. Like, I get both sides, right? Look at what I'm gonna say. I don't think that Hugh Jackman should have worn the costume.
Okay.
Because I say this respectfully, just because of the fact that I think eventually they're gonna reboot Wolverine and the X-Men. So I felt like if Hugh Jackman just played Wolverine without the costume, that would have been his own like Wolverine, like his own standalone Wolverine, and then like the new person that would come in would wear the costume and kind of like create his own legacy, right?
Okay, yeah.
But the thing is, like, I see it from the other side too, because it's like this guy has played Wolverine for the last like 25 plus years, right? And so it would be cool to at least see him wear it at least once, right?
This might be his last run of it now.
Yeah, I mean, he said that last time. Remember? Yeah, there was Logan was actually supposed to be his last movie.
Oh, okay.
That's why they killed him off. Because technically, the Logan that we see in this Deadpool is not the same one, right? But yeah, Hugh Jackman was supposed to stop playing Wolverine by the Logan one, but out of nowhere, Ryan Reynolds convinced him to come out of retirement and play Wolverine one more time.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I think I'm pretty much like with you on the whole. Like, it was the ending was a little bit too cheesy, just because.
Power of friendship.
Yeah, the power of friendship, and just because Deadpool, I think, is a much more darker character, especially seeing those first 2 movies. Mm-hmm. So I would have expected him to like blow her head off or something crazy like that, you know? Yeah. Because I don't know if you remember, what was it, the first movie or the second movie, when the guy starts giving a speech at the end and then he just fucking pulls the trigger, and Colossus is just like Colossus. It's just like, oh, like, why'd you kill him? Like, he was about to basically tell like a heartwarming speech and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I would have thought like he would have killed him, like, or killed her in a fucked up way or in a fucked up manner like that, because of the character alone, right? But yeah, like, I felt like the ending was just a little bit too cheesy, and then yeah, like, Yeah, man, I wasn't really a huge fan of the ending, but other than that, like everything else was pretty dope, bro. I give it like a 8 out of 10. Only reason why they kind of use the bye bye song at the beginning of the Deadpool stuff is because there's a actual moment or an actual movie scene in one of the previous Wolverine movies where whoever's riding along with him plays the bye 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 song, and Logan gets mad and he fucking turns it off. He turns off the fucking radio.
Oh,
Yeah, he gets all pissed, and it's like a
an X-Men movie.
yeah, in one of the X-Men movies.
Okay.
Or one of the Logan ones. I don't know if it was Logan, like the actual Logan movie, the standalone movie that he had, or one of the X-Men movies. But basically, that's why they kind of went back with that movie, because since in theory, like Logan hates that song, that's why it was kind of like the opening one. So like everything, it like kind of has like a reference, bro.
Yeah.
And like at the same time, or believe it or not, Ryan Reynolds was trying to get like older actors into actually like starring in the movie. Like he was trying, I believe he was trying to get like old, like some of the X-Men, other Fantastic Four characters, but I guess like the budget to the movie was it's fucking expensive, bro.
I mean, getting Michael B. Jordan, imagine.
Yeah, that was one of the ones. Yeah, it was one of the ones that he was talking about. But I mean, they went with Chris Evans.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that introduction to Chris Evans was cool because I thought it was gonna be Captain America. In the beginning, when he was he say his whatever catchphrase, I thought he was gonna say Avengers Assemble. Like,
oh yeah,
Deadpool thought about it, and so I was like, oh, fucking Captain America. But it turns out Chris Evans and what's his name? I've never seen Fantastic Four.
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Sins, and we
Johnny
never. We didn't really see too much of his character because he got fucking murdered.
Yeah, he got murdered.
Well,
I mean, Deadpool snitched on him.
Yeah, that's true. He did snitch on him. But honestly, that even though he was in it for a little bit, his parts
memorable.
Because
for sure.
In the beginning and the end was like super funny. Like because I thought the whole movie Deadpool was being a bitch and lying, but Johnny Sins was actually like the one that said it and shit like that. But
yeah, and talking about Disney, bro. They're actually remaking a couple movies. So one of the first movies that they're remaking is Lion King, Mufasa.
Lion King?
Yeah, Lion King. Yeah, again. But this time I guess they're doing like a prequel of the Lion King. So now it's just about like Mufasa. And Scar. Oh. And then so they're actually making a Snow White remake as well. With the main character or the main actress is Rachel Zegler. I hope I'm saying that last name right. Oh, so she's half Colombian and half Polish, and she will actually be playing the lead role of Snow White. And then, of course, the witch will be played by Gal Gadot. So, the issue there, bro, is I think I don't like to call it controversial just because I think that it's an issue that's been kind of going on where a lot of, and I think we touched upon it already, where a lot of like actors that are not Anglo-American, right? Like they're being played by, certain roles are being played by people of color.
Yeah.
So that kind of has become like a big thing. And in all honesty, I don't know much about the main actress, but I do see like a bunch of people bashing her, like whether it be like on the trailer itself, on Instagram, TikTok, like people are really upset at the fact that she's playing it. And it's kind of hard to decipher whether they actually just like legitimately hate her or find her annoying, or because of the role that she has, they hate her. You get me?
Yeah, I think it's two things because I saw the video you sent me. I saw part of it.
Yeah.
So it's one thing that she's not white and she's playing Snow White because you saw that Mermaid Mad? No.
Yeah, Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. No, you're right.
Little Mermaid, and everybody, she's a nice person.
Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing wrong with her, and they hated her because she was a black person playing a white role.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's part of it, for sure, because we saw it in the past. And two, the video said that she seemed kind of ungrateful. She said that she wasn't ungrateful, but it seemed like she was kind of being ungrateful about it. So, one, that doesn't play good in the media when you're being a bitch. And,
that's
and you already commit another crime being Latina. Oh, but she's half white, though.
Yeah, she's half Polish, half Colombian. But she looks more Colombian than she does actual Polish.
So, Polish. The number one crime is being brown. According to the media.
To Hollywood.
And then the other one, she was kind of being outspoken about certain things. What was she complaining about?
I don't recall, bro.
About something.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people also associate her more with brown roles because I think she was in that Netflix series. What's it called?
Which one?
On My Block, or what's it called? Like that little cholo.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, but she's been playing more of like actual like Latino roles. You get me?
Yeah.
So now it's kind of weird that she's getting a role that I don't know. I don't know because like for me, it sounds kind of like stupid to say, but like a role made for like a white person.
White
You get
person,
me?
yeah.
Yeah, because it's Snow White.
Snow White, and then everything she's white. And also, I saw someone, a black person, talk about this, who gives them more power because she's black. But they're saying that it's kind of it's racist, but in the opposite way, because they're saying that they cannot create a powerful role for black and brown people, so they gotta use a white person's role. So they're saying that they're calling the creator Hollywood lazy for not being creative enough and putting more effort into creating black roles or brown roles and shit like that. So both everybody's calling everybody racist. So if you're racist, if
You're racist for having a thought, right?
you're racist because you don't create enough black roles, but you're also racist because you give black roles to white people or whatever. But it says that you're never gonna win with nobody. Yeah.
But wouldn't it be kind of, you know who Static Shock is?
No.
So Static Shock is actual black superhero.
Static Shock.
Yeah, he is the electricity
animated?
guy. He's animated, right? But he's in the Justice League as well.
And he has a surfboard?
Yeah, he has a surfboard.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
imagine though, bro, you gave a white person that role. Imagine the
outcry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and also Mexicans, we've been victims too. Let's play the victim role. La Bamba, he was fucking not Mexican.
Yeah.
The guy who played Richie Valles is not Mexican.
It's Louie Diamond Phillips.
Yeah, he's like Filipino indigenous or something.
Yeah, he's like Filipino.
And then fucking Selena was played by J-Lo. J-Lo's fucking
Puerto Rican.
She's not even Puerto Rican. She's white. She's a fucking white bitch. and then but now more recently, like I haven't seen the show, but I've seen clips of the On My Block show.
On My Block, yeah.
That's
what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. That one I've seen clips of like. Oh, Hector. It's always Hector.
Hector
looking people, but
yeah.
Oh, even fucking American Me, fucking the one guy's Cuban. One of the guys.
Oh yeah, fucking Olmos, no? Is it Olmos?
No, he's Mexican. But like one of like
he is. I thought he was Ecuadorian. Is he?
Who?
James Olmos. He's
yeah,
Mexican.
I think so.
Oh,
yeah, I think. Maybe. I think he is Mexican.
He is?
I think so. But there's like one of the main guys in that movie is a Cuban or something. Like. Mexican adjacent, so it's like whatever. But yeah, but we're victims too, and I want reparations for that.
Nah, but low-key, Mexicans, African Americans, they could create like their own heroes too. I mean, some of the heroes did pretty good. I mean, Black Panther did pretty well.
Black Panther, the Blue Beetle.
The Blue Beetle, right? Blue Beetle, I thought was a really good movie. I think the comedy element really showed in that movie, and I think that's kind of like what made it more like, because I think like if the plot alone wasn't that great. I think it's simple, right? Like simple, standard comic book hero movie. Yeah. But I think the comedy and the people that were in it made it a whole lot better, right? Because whether you like him or not, George Lopez was in it. The old lady was pretty funny too.
I haven't seen it, but she's Mexican though.
Yeah, she's Mexican, or she's at least Latin, because she's talking about like the revolution and all that shit. She gets like a big ass gun. So it's not like they can do it. They can't do it. It's just that, like you mentioned, they just simply might be fucking lazy.
Lazy, or I think nowadays Mexican culture is more. You can monetize Mexican culture more.
Yeah.
I think nowadays Mexican culture is actually worth something to Hollywood or to the people, the money people, because now our culture is being spotlight with like Peso Pluma, J.O.P. All these guys are transcending just not Mexican music, but they're on Jimmy Kimmel. They're in fucking
they're primetime TV.
They're being interviewed. They're being interviewed by like actual like not just Mexican media, but like other media. So Peso Pluma, J.O.P., Grupo Frontera was one of those, like for a bit they were kind of like popping not just in Mexican industry, and then I'm sure there's more, but like nowadays slowly that they're noticing that Mexican people can actually have money now and they can provide.
Like they're marketable. They're like people that will actually make money,
and then we can make money off of them. So that's why they're giving us, or same thing. I think black people too. That's why they gave black people Black Panther. That's what they gave us Blue Beetle. That's what they gave us the Captain Marvel chick, the Mexican chick. What's that fucking? Her name is like. Her name is like Sochi, or.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't recall the name.
She was in Captain. She's gonna be in like, or I don't know if it came out already, but the Captain Marvel with Captain Marvel and
with all the chicks.
Yeah, and she came out in I think the Doctor Strange one, the most recent one with Scarlet Witch is trying to fuck everybody in the ass and shit. That one, you know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I've never really followed the Doctor Strange ones.
Oh, but this Mexican chick who's like 17 or 18 years old, and she's like one of the Captain Marvels or whatever. I don't know, but like we're becoming more marketable. They're making money off of us now, so that's what they're giving us. They gave us fucking Coco, and then
Coco, yeah, they had Coco. They had they had another one.
Encantado, but that's Colombian, I think, huh?
Yeah, but it's still part of like the Latin culture.
Yeah,
I mean, I would at least put it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before I actually get back to you on that, bro, like I also want to talk about one more remake that people were kind of like spit upon. They're actually gonna remake Lilo and Stitch, bro. Believe it or not.
Live action
Lilo and Stitch. So that's gonna be pretty cool because of the fact that they just premiered the trailer, and Chris Sanders, the original voice of Stitch, is actually gonna return.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's still voicing Stitch. The only thing that people were bitching about, of course, like always, there's always something to bitch about, is the way that Stitch looks. But I think that it looks pretty good, bro. If I'm being completely honest, it wasn't like the Sonic one where it was all fucked up, bro. I think it looks like a really cool design. If you ever get the chance to actually see the trailer, it just recently came out, August 9th. So that was just this past Saturday, Friday. Something like that. So yeah, they're actually remaking Lilo and Stitch. So that should be pretty cool. So if you're a fan of Experiment 626, it's coming out soon next year.
That's Glendo, huh? Pasadena?
Yeah, but that's the name of Stitch. Experiment 626. So yeah,
that one, I don't remember that movie.
You don't remember that
I've
movie?
seen it for sure because as a kid, but I don't remember. I remember nothing from that movie.
You don't? You remember Ohana?
Ohana means home?
Means family.
Means family. I don't even know. But I don't know. But I thought they fucking previewed that like at an event, no?
Yeah, at a Disney event. So like this past whatever day that was, bro, they had like a Disney event. So they had a lot of screenings of new movies, trailers, sneak peeks. They actually inducted Miley Cyrus into some like Hall of Fame shit. Is what was that shit called?
Hannah Montana?
Yeah, the Miley Cyrus Legend Award. They gave her a Legend Award for Hannah Montana at 31 years old. So I think she's actually like the youngest receiver of the award, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, she's young. She's just 31, bro.
She had a weird fucking turnaround because she was top of the world. Yeah. And then she kind of fell off because she had the little whole face.
Yeah, and then she was with one of the
Liam
Hemsworth. Yeah.
They also previewed the new Incredibles movie.
Oh yeah.
Incredibles 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that same event, that same whatever.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it was.
The Incredibles 3. So it's like it's not a remake, but it's like
a sequel.
Yeah.
Or what's the second one?
Yeah, because from the first one to the second one was like 10 years? 15 years?
Bro, it was a long time, bro.
And then from this one to that one was like so many years.
Yeah, but it's not that long though. I mean, comparison to like from first to the second movie.
Yeah, you know who? I wish JD was here because he would have more to talk about this because he's never seen it, but he has to keep up with that stuff because of his kids. Hybrid too. So like they probably more into like the because they're so it's like no, not JD, but fathers in general. They kind of like
keep up with like the younger kids.
Well, like they grew up on that stuff. Except JD, because JD didn't. But most dads grow up on that stuff, and they get reintroduced to it once their kids get into it because they're just remaking shit now. Yeah, like, it's kind of like the nostalgic factor when you're a dad, which we don't know because no one's a dad. Yeah. But like I'm assuming like oh fuck like Lilo and Stitch you liked it as a kid or Lion King you liked it as a kid. Yeah. Then your kid's gonna have the same. And then I'm sure it's gonna continue because they're just gonna remake the same shit. Yeah. So JD didn't watch Disney.
I did, bro. I watched Disney. I watched, if I'm being completely honest, bro, I watched most of the princess films. But the only reason why is because my grandma actually had them on VCR. And so when all of our cousins would stay, well, bro, we would just. I don't know if you recall that there used to be like this little like car thing where you would put like the cassette, you put the VHS, slam it down, and it rewind it for you. So I grew up watching like Alice in Wonderland, Bambi, Aurora, which is Sleeping Beauty. No, no way, bro. Of course, like Lilo and Stitch later on, but Lilo and Stitch already came out like in the 2000s, so it was already DVD. Oh, okay. So yeah, I grew up watching a lot of stuff. I didn't watch every fucking single Disney movie, but I watched a good amount of them. Yeah, the main ones at least. The main ones at least, right? Toy Story, right? Toy Story. Honestly, like even till this day, bro, I've only seen Toy Story 1 and 2. Anything past that, I haven't really seen it. And the only reason why, like, I've known like of everything that's going on is just because it's news that has been popped up like on my feed. So I'm like, you know what, like, let's just check this out. And I didn't get to see like the Stitch trailer, for example, but I did watch like the character design and stuff, just to kind of at least have some type of visual, like a visual, what's it called, example of like what's being like thrown out there. But yeah, like I fucking grew up watching most Disney movies, but not all of them. So like, for example, like straight up, bro, I've never seen Coco.
Coco?
The one with the Day of the
Mexican
Dead.
one?
Yeah, I've never seen that one, bro. If I'm being completely honest. I never seen that one. I never seen Cars.
Cars? Oh,
Nah, I never seen Cars.
I've seen Cars.
You seen Cars?
Yeah.
I never seen Cars. So there's like, I've watched a lot of the older ones, like the old ass VHS or early DVD ones. Other than that, like I haven't really watched any of the new ones. I don't know if like Big Hero 6 belongs to Disney or not, but I think that's one of the fucking most recent shit that I've seen.
Big Hero 6? That's like the Michelin Man?
Yeah, like the Marshmallow Man.
There's 6 movies?
No, it's just one. It's just called Big Hero 6.
Oh, that one I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I've seen the Michelin Man, like the character.
Yeah.
What is it, Ghost or what is it?
It's like a fat like cushion thing.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, but yeah, like other than that, like I haven't really watched like, maybe, you know, if I get the fortune to be a father or something, maybe I'll fucking catch up to all of them eventually, right? But like for me to sit down and watch all those movies, it doesn't really like catch my interest. You get me? At least not right now, you know. But yeah, like if like I get the nostalgia feeling of like certain movies, like Lion King. I only remember watching one, but I don't remember like caring so much about like Scar and Mufasa and all that shit. So I doubt like I'm gonna be like watching Lion King. Fuck no way. Fucking what's the other one that I mentioned?
Your brothers are too old for that already, huh?
Yeah, and then my brothers they didn't really grow up with like those type of movies, bro. My little brother grew up more with like actual like live.
Oh, yeah.
Like he watched like Good Luck Charlie. He watched
He was born in 2010, huh?
Yeah, he watched Good Luck Charlie. He saw more of like the live action stuff. What else, bro? The show that no, Bunked.
Bunked, that one.
That's the one with Debbie Ryan. Like some camper shit. And then he saw what was the name of the other one? Jesse, where it's like a spin-off of Bunk is actually the spin-off of Jesse, where it's like a family that's like Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie type, where they live like in like New York, bro, and they're rich.
They're adopted.
And they're all adopted, and they have a nanny. So he grew up with like live action stuff, cause like there's not much animation going on, bro. I mean, I think talking about animation, SpongeBob this year marks the end of SpongeBob. They're not gonna do SpongeBob no more. No, SpongeBob is done. And then on top of that,
he's gay, huh?
I mean, the writers got fruity with it. Yeah,
but like officially, his official title is like
is it
non-binding poly?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and yeah, but there's not much animation going on. So my brother never really grew up with animation. He grew up with actual like kid stars. You get me?
Jake Paul and shit like that.
Yeah, except he wasn't really into like the Paul brothers, but you kind of get my drift, you know. He actually watches more like the FaZe Clan, like FaZe Rug, like he'll watch FaZe Rug, you know, like he watches that type of shit. So like they don't actually grow up with like cartoons, bro. They didn't grow up with cartoons.
I think most didn't grow up with YouTube stars now, like
YouTube influencers,
like Ryan's World. I remember my nephew used to watch Ryan's World.
Ryan's World. That fucker's like 16. They're still having him do like fucking like reviews and shit. It's funny because you look at his comments and they're like, bro, just let him retire already.
Yeah, that Ryan's World, and then Hobby TVs or some shit like that. I don't know, but like, even like when we were kids, like I think there was like a moment in the 2000s where it was all animation.
Yeah.
But we still got to see like Family Matters, Full House.
Full House is cool.
What's that fucking The Nanny movie?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle was good.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Then both of them. The
Sweet Life on Deck. Yeah.
And then
Hannah Montana. At least I watched it full straight up.
Montana. I remember watching
That's a Raven.
The crossover.
The crossover, yeah, they had a crossover.
It was 3 shows.
It was That's a Raven, Hannah Montana, and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Shit. Bro, the best crossover ever in life. Bro, I'm gonna test you. The greatest crossover ever in TV history. Which one was it?
Animation or regular?
I can't give you that much details.
Fuck.
There's one that comes to mind. The greatest ever.
Damn, bro.
It's just 2 shows.
For me, it was the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour way.
That's the greatest one ever.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And Sweet Life of Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents, yeah.
Yeah, that was the greatest animation ever. that was the greatest crossover. Second was the Sweet Life of
Zack and Cody as a kid, right?
That's so rave. It was
Sweet Life. It was called That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. Yeah.
Yeah, that was number 2. But the first one was
the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Yeah, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was the number 1 ever. And then another good one Family Guy and The Simpsons.
Simpsons?
No,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it was The
Family
Simpsons.
Guy.
Yeah, it was The Simpsons.
South Park and Family Guy.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
But
there is a Simpsons and
yeah, that one I haven't
Family.
seen. But there is one South Park and Family Guy where there's one with it's not really a crossover. But have you seen South Park?
I've seen South Park.
You seen South Park where the episode where they're gonna air the picture of Muhammad? You know that one?
Nah, I wasn't a huge South Park fan, but I've seen a few clips.
Okay, so in that episode, what they were doing is Family Guy is a South Park episode.
Okay.
So it wasn't like the it's all about the same people, but like the animation wasn't the original South Park Family Guy animation. So it was like the Family Guy, but they looked weird. They looked like more South Park animated, and they were gonna air a picture of Muhammad, Allah,
the
Prophet Muhammad,
Yeah.
peace be his name, and South Park, what's it called, Cartman, rode his bike to California from Denver to try to stop the episode from getting
leaked or on air.
On air, because that was gonna be the end of. Because that aired when like Islamic terrorism was like super,
on its
super
peak,
hot.
like
so like
so this is probably like early 2000.
probably
I would guess.
something like that. Probably around 9/11, around that area.
Okay.
Between the Gulf 4 and 9/11, somewhere between like the 92 and like 2002 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so like Carmen tries to stop Family Guy from airing it, but not because he's altruistic, not because he wants to protect Allah, peace be his name. He wants to destroy Family Guy because you know there's always battles between Family Guy and South Park.
Yeah.
So South Park was kind of throwing shade at Family Guy, even though it's all the same network, I think, right? Fox.
Yeah,
I don't know. But they're kind of throwing shade at Family Guy, and Carmen was trying to destroy Family Guy.
Okay.
And then, fucking what's the other guy's name? His
Kenny, Stan.
Stan was trying to stop Cartman, and it was an interesting episode. It didn't make sense most of the time. Also they buried their heads into the dirt. Remember that? Like ostriches, no?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
To prevent. Yeah, it was honestly they were ahead of the game because they kind of predicted a bunch of like how we react.
Like everything was gonna play out.
Yeah, because a lot of it was just virtual signaling, and so they buried their heads in the dirt so they wouldn't see or hear about the Muhammad thing, so they weren't responsible for like it being aired. So like, it's interesting how like they were ahead of the game even that fucking long. Even the whole transgender movement with the teacher.
Oh, with what's that fool's name? The pervert?
Mr. Garrett?
Garrison. Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison, yeah.
Mr. Garrison.
Yeah. And Mr. Garrison was like a
fucking
straight woman. So he hated gay people, even though he was a gay person. Because he broke up with Mr. Garrison, the teacher, he broke up with his boyfriend because his boyfriend was gay. For having sex with a dude. Or wanting to have sex with a dude.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, so they were way ahead of the game. Yeah. And then Man Bear Pig. Remember Man Bear Pig?
Man Bear Pig. I don't remember that.
Yeah. That one was kind of like they were making fun of Al Gore, who was the vice president, I think, or presidential candidate. I think he was vice president like in the 90s or something. I don't know under who, but he was like, I don't know, Man Bear Pig. They know Man Bear Pig.
They should know. Yeah, but now getting away from the Disney stuff. And going back to what you were talking about, how the Mexicans and Latinos are now marketable and people can make a profit. Did you end up seeing? I didn't end up seeing the actual interview in its complete form, but did you see like the small clips that were going around with Bobby and Peso Pluma?
Bobby Lee?
Bobby, whatever her name is.
Altaf?
Yeah, is it?
The chick?
Yeah, the chick.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that shit? It's
just a firework one.
Fucking cringy.
Why?
I mean, low-key, they were pretty. It was. The little small clips that I seen, it was pretty sassy because they were going like. They were trying to like one up each other and shit. Like he was talking about like reggaeton and shit, and like how she never heard of corridos, and how reggaeton is like the J Balvin movement or whatnot. And then he was talking about how he was basically shitting on her like to say it right, like it's not because you said something like reggaeton is like nah, it's reggaeton and shit. Have you seen that shit?
Nah, I just seen one clip, but it wasn't that.
The firework, no.
Firework one, and when he was describing his name, Peso Pluma.
Oh yeah, that was great.
it was awkward because her brand is
like making it awkward, right?
Make it awkward, yeah. Like Andrew Santino, like she was like kind of like making weird faces to make it on purpose. That's her brand. But I didn't see like the full Peso Pluma one.
I haven't seen it either, but I saw the little the clips. I know that a lot of like the JOP videos are also going up because he's been going to like a bunch of like different podcasts to also promote his album and shit. Yeah, like he was on some dude. I don't know his name though, but some white dude. He was talking about Fuerza Regida. Did you see that shit?
I thought that he made this album was more of Jersey corridos.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Which is like, it's more like, you remember Jersey Shore?
Yeah,
it's more like that house.
Yeah, I seen the comments. They're like, "Where's Ron?"
Yeah, so
Ronnie.
He's taking credit for creating a new genre of Jersey corridos, but people are saying that it's already been a thing. But I honestly don't really know.
I'm not
like
that
techno.
too deep into like fucking music either.
Yeah, it's like techno. His new album is like, it's not good. It's like tech. It's like
electro.
It's more party music. Less storytelling, less folk, more party. Like Jay said, it's good to listen to the gym.
Yeah, because like. Yeah, that makes sense though, cause like a lot of house music is good to like go on a fucking run.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever gone like running or doing some type of cardio with some fucking
house music.
House music. It's pretty cool, bro.
I'm assuming like metal works the same shit, no?
Yeah, probably. I've never really worked out with metal, honestly.
Slipknot, no, I never done that either. Maybe, like in the background, but it doesn't motivate me how people say that. Yeah, cause I don't really like that. I like Slipknot and like that's about it. Slipknot was the only one I really know through childhood, but I never got into death metal or whatever.
Do you listen to like fucking audibles or podcasts?
Just podcasts. It's always podcast, country and podcasts and corridos, but mostly now, my split right now for music or entertainment, my split is podcast, comedy podcast, country, and that's like most of my split. And corridos like that hasn't really been good music that I like in the Spanish industry. Like the Joe P one, I didn't even like.
You don't like it?
The house techno Jersey shit.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't a big fan. Some Peso Pluma still like, he does both. Does like the shit that is like
the new stuff
and
like the corridos.
Yeah. But JP is more like, but I mean he's doing good, so I'm not gonna say no. He's still my goat. But it's mostly podcasts. Tim Dillon, Theo Von. Today I was listening to fucking Bernie Sanders on Theo Von.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Adam Sandler was on fucking Joe Rogan.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy how these people are all. I mean, Joe Rogan makes sense because he's the biggest in the world.
Yeah, that one makes
Bernie
sense.
Sanders and Theo Von, like who the fuck would have thought that was gonna be a fucking thing? Who thought Bernie Sanders is fucking a serious guy? And the beauty about Theo Von is that he will have a conversation about stupid shit, like little shit like that. He asked Bernie Sanders. He asked him a bunch of questions about the politics and shit.
Yeah.
He asked him, have you ever been to a concert? Like breaking like the wall and becoming like friends with him at the beginning.
Yeah, like making him human, like getting him out of like what people would like his profession basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, because in the very beginning he talked about Dill just went to a concert, he saw Grateful Dead, and then he said, "Oh yeah, I went to Grateful Dead with my brother." He's like, "Do you have a brother?" He's like, "Yeah, I have an older brother. You ever gone to a concert with them?" "No, I never went to a concert with them." Ever been to a concert?" Like, "Oh yeah, I went to a concert." And then he named some old ass fool, some old ass fucking
some fool.
And then
like, don't even exist.
Dill was like, "Oh, I never heard of him. What is that?" And like he kind of breaks down, because Bernie Sanders, I'm assuming 90% of his conversation he has is always about
politics.
No
world
one asks
news.
him about his brother.
Nothing personal.
Concerts and shit like that. And
he makes him feel like human, like humane. I mean, he broke down fucking Sean Strickland. I think that's the one that actually gave him like a shitload of views.
That one, he made Strickland cry. He made Jordan Peterson laugh. Jordan Peterson, the serious dude, never fucking laughs. Mm-hmm. He's always angry and always arguing with somebody, but he had a good time. Because Theo Von will have a good time and a serious time. So it's like a balance between like, oh, I'm gonna debate you, I'm very angry, or I'm very serious, and he has stupid shit like.
But I think it's because he's also like genuinely curious about people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know. I know most people won't agree with it, but there's no such thing as a stupid question as what some people would say, because it's kind of true, bro. Like, because if you ask people something, like for example, like you just mentioned with like Bernie Sanders, like I bet you nobody has ever really asked him, maybe not in a long time, like, hey bro, like what's your favorite color? You get me? Shit that like that's in theory normal, but like you won't ask him about it because you're looking at him more as Bernie Sanders the politician, not Bernie Sanders like the person,
the human. Yeah. Because that, well, I mean, I understand, because like most of the time Bernie Sanders trying to, because he was promoting something. He was promoting, because he's still in politics. He was trying to get a bill passed or something like that. And they did talk about that a lot. But also like he'll sprinkle in, like what Theo Von does is that I like is he'll talk about like a serious topic about, because it was global warming. The billionaire. You know, Bernie Sanders' platform was to erase the billionaire or something like that. And so like he will have, I can't think of specifics, but he'll be like talk about that, and then he'll ask like a question like super far far right.
Yeah.
Out of the fucking field, but
Yeah.
still relating to like the billionaires.
Uh-huh.
He'll be like, for example, in theory, like talking about, oh yeah, Bernie Sanders was like, oh yeah, billionaires shouldn't have that much money. There should be a cap, and then Theo Von will be like, oh, do you think they should still be able to buy steaks, like, or buy a fucking, or go? Ah, fuck, I can't do Theo Von. I'm not. I can't do Theo Von.
I kind of get what you're saying though.
But like ask like a still within the same realm, but like kind of almost outside of the fucking circle they're talking about, but still close enough to like.
Yeah, like it still relates back to like the theme or to the original like point.
Yeah,
or
like,
the original idea.
Like should billionaires still wear pants or something stupid, but like still like a kind of like bring it off guard, but still allow him to return to the original timeline or the fucking the multiverse that they're in, the conversation they're in. So it's like it's kind of it's also since it's kind of weird because we're the podcaster now technically, so you kind of have to study these other guys that made it big and kind of understand how to have conversations with guests and shit. Because since I didn't expect to have guests this many guests this early. So
bro, it's been crazy. I mean, Loki, we could talk about that, bro. Let's give like let's give ourselves like a few more minutes, maybe another half an hour. Yeah, let's just like recap on that, bro. Like, cause we've had like a variety of different guests, and I think that it's been interesting, bro, trying to put stuff together because sometimes people come in with a lot of energy. Sometimes they're coming at us a little bit more closed, and I think that you mentioned this time and time again. A lot of people like they don't really know what to expect. That just kind of shows you guys that everything that we do is just basically on the spot. So it's kind of nerve-wracking for some people, but once they get into the groove of stuff and kind of we're on a similar, I guess you could say, wavelength or ideas or whatever, like it just flows easily.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's hard for us because since we started off the first few episodes, which is us.
Yeah.
So like something I'll tell you or say to you, even though I'm telling the whole world.
Yeah.
But like having a conversation with you, saying like the R word or the F word, I'll say it freely with you or Gio. But sometimes I'll have trouble saying those bad words in front of other people. So like stuff like that, like certain stuff that you have to kind of like filter out with other people to get on the same wavelength. I'm able to talk. I knew immediately what from the very, very beginning because the first thing we talked about was grape. So
and the freeze.
And the what?
And the
priest. The priest
graping people.
But sometimes with like the chicks, like I didn't really know, but then eventually got comfortable.
Yeah.
And then with your prima, she was more like not serious, but like I had to watch myself because she's a different part of she's
a different person.
Different person. And then we had one guest that didn't want the episode out, and so that one was like super serious, and we couldn't really.
Yeah, I mean, without like I want to talk about the rest of the episodes, bro. But what are your thoughts on that episode, bro? Because I know that people don't see it, but like the one that's not gonna go out. Did you think that was something that would have been really good, or is it something that you're happy that didn't really go out? Like, what are your thoughts on that, bro?
Well, right now we're trying to as much content as possible.
Okay.
We're trying to put out, so it would have been good to put it out.
Yeah.
Because all content is good content unless you're getting canceled. But I mean, it's difficult to cancel us because we have nothing to lose. Yeah. We're not fucking making anything, so we're not losing any career. We don't have one yet. Honestly, if we could cancel now, we create a career or we become those like on one of the episodes of Kill Tony, Shane Gillis and Tony Hinchcliffe talked about they were canceled before they made a name for themselves, and that gave them the push. That's irrelevant, but that I mean, it is different because we kind of.
We toned it down way a lot.
Way. Yeah, and even something small, like it's kind of weird thing about the episode relative because I mentioned something about a transgender woman getting. I talked about
getting bullied.
A suicide.
Not bullied, but she was getting told a harsh reality.
Yeah, it was a suicide transgender woman interacting with a old Asian kung fu.
Yeah,
and that's like. See how the reaction gets, like it's normal.
Yeah.
But in that room, relative to the conversation, that was the funniest shit ever for you, right?
Yeah, bro. But it's also because of the fact that I also very conditioned to like we're doing a podcast, we're gonna have some fun. You get me?
Yeah.
It's like that was like a whole 360. Yeah.
Because we're talking about mental health.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So that.
Wait, before you go carry on, just to kind of like paint the picture. So the picture was basically kind of like a conversation like this, except everything was more mellow, very soft. I think everybody in that room was pretty soft spoken, including myself. Nothing with the energy too high, but it was just simply us talking about a serious matter, which is mental health. And it was something. I mean, a lot of people would probably say it's boring, like the people that really watch us.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
it was something that was very. It was like us in a different light. But carry on, bro. My bad.
It was
just to kind of paint the picture.
We were working on a new skill because we usually the people we interview are people usually within, like I said earlier, they're different people, but still within the same, like, in the hood.
Yeah.
No one really is outside of the hood.
Yeah.
So like the chicks, Mr. Cal, obviously. Fucking, they haven't seen it, but the homie Tux, Mr. Can't Get Right.
Mr. Can't Right, yeah. Shout out Albert.
Beto.
Shout out Beto.
So yeah, I can't think of a guest outside of the hood, right? No. So like within, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, so usually the conversations are like this.
Yeah.
Call you a faggot, you call me a retard.
Yeah.
So whatever. Gio called everybody gay. Gio wants to be a bop. But this episode, I wanted to go out, but G-Wagon and Compa, Ariel Camacho, they wouldn't have liked it.
No, for sure,
For sure they wouldn't have liked it. But it would have been like, it would have been fun to kind of like practice our own, like, our skill, because we're not perfect. We're retarded, so we still got to get better. But that one, we were talking about mental health, and I brought up a case that I witnessed in college about a suicidal transgender woman who was getting scolded by a old Asian.
Different philosophies, different time periods of growing up.
The point of it was to like showcase the differences in like
mentalities
and stuff like that. And the Asian guy was saying just suck it up, and then the other guy was like, I can't. It's a hormone disorder or whatever. And it was meant to be a serious thing. Yeah, but like usually, like how I just said it again, it's not funny. It's like
it's not funny, bro. But if you really think about it, like in like visually, but also when you're talking about like real depression and stuff like that, it catches you off guard. So the bigger point I'm trying to make is that episode was extremely different, and we were kind of like improvising as we go, because we were trying to maneuver through the serious conversation with this guest and wanted to be serious. He made it known. Yeah. And he was a cool dude. And the bigger point was to see that we're kind of trying to maneuver it through something that we haven't done before. Yeah. And then where the transgender person was just like to showcase where we're at. Yeah. Like that level versus what's going on in the reality. So you visualizing it. I visualize a lot, bro. That's my issue. Like in this last episode, like 3-4 episodes by the time this is up, I mean, the dancing bear just came into my mind, just because of fucking growing up, and then my homies messing around with the PSPs, and that was like a video that was there. So it comes also not just with the imagery, but also with like certain feelings and time and people and shit. Same thing when we're talking about like the baby alien, and like, I mean, like you said, like I have a lot of things to work on myself, if I'm being completely honest. But the thing is, it just shows you that, like, also, like, we're there to like fuck around, have fun, like, yeah, like it's a podcast, yeah, like maybe there's gonna be some useful information here and there, or probably not. But the thing is, we're there mostly to have fun. So sometimes like us coming into like a headspace where it's gonna be like very professional, very serious, it's kind of difficult because I'm so stuck in a place where it's like, bro, like my mind is conditioned to like, let's have fun, let's have a good time, let's laugh, let's say some stupid shit, and then like to give it, like you said, a 360 and sit down and have a mellow talk and be like very serious and be very meticulous, I would say, with our words, and not cross certain boundaries and not say things that might offend the other person. It was almost, I don't want to say we were kind of walking on a tightrope, but it was just kind of like we had to bring different elements that we didn't really know if they were going to be useful or not, because it was like our first time actually like testing it like out there, like in public with somebody that, as you mentioned, wanted to sit down and have a really legit, like, serious conversation with us.
And then, I mean, not to toot our own horn, but I think we succeeded.
We did really good, bro.
Because we got a lot out of him. So much so that he didn't want the episode to be out.
Yeah, it got really deep. It got really deep to a point where due to that of how Yeah, we did a really good job, bro. Like, hire us as your psychologist.
Dude, we fixed
Butters and Allison. Yeah, but yeah, like I think, yeah, like you said, like not trying to blow our own horn, but I think we did really good, bro. And I mean, it got to a point where it got really deep, to the point where, as you mentioned, like he didn't want the episode out because it got like super personal and super emotional. And yeah, I think we did a good job, bro.
Yeah, we gotta get it back in, or get him on again to see if we can find a way where he can like talk about what he wants to talk about, without getting too
like deep,
too emotional. Yeah, we should have him on. I mean, he said he was down.
Yeah, he said he was down. He just said to like let us know, just because he has a busy schedule. So
yeah, he's professional. He's a professional people.
Yeah, he's a professional person. Yeah, so it'd be ideal if we could tell him with like some time. And then of course on the opposite side, we had guys like Mr. Cat, who right away opened up with some crazy stuff and some crazy stories. And yeah, it was just different, bro. It was just different because even though we're all from the hood, bro, it was kind of like learning about a different hood. Different hood, bro. And his stories were also crazy. Of course, you know, he told us other crazy stories that we can't really tell. But yeah, like overall, his story was probably I would say one of the most interesting ones that we've had so far, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I think the first episode with Gio, that one was like, oh, what the fuck? This is like if we were to rate the top moments so far, it would be the first episode with Gio has to be top 5 at least, top 3. Mr. Cat up there. Mr. Cat,
I would argue with you. I would actually put the Metrograde, the brunch, and all that shit first, because people always still bring that one up.
True. Butters
that one's up there. Brought it up. The chicks too with the retrograde and shit. Yeah. And then my cousin, believe it or not, my auntie, when we were coming back, she was also talking about like brunch, and chicken and shit.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, it's like that one's definitely up there.
That's top 3.
That's top 3 for sure. Gio for sure.
Gio, how many cars have you totaled? That's top 3.
That was a classic, bro.
And then I used to rob people. Oh fuck! And he helped fucking someone steal a phone. He beat the shit out of somebody. That's to be top 3.
That has to be top 3, bro. That's definitely Mr. Cat is up there for sure.
I think Gio.
Gio's been more quiet lately.
Because in this he could be himself in this environment.
In this setting.
Yeah. And also like how we said, sometimes you kind of have to filter yourself with amongst other people.
Yeah.
He does that, I think, a lot with other people.
Well, yeah, people that are coming.
But even when does, I think he filters himself more because he doesn't want to recap of
but like the first few episodes
or whatever,
when he was arguing with himself.
And so now he's like I think we should get it back on a solo episode, because what we're thinking of doing, we're at hour 13. No one's watching. No one's listening to this right now.
I mean, luckily we could probably divide it into 2 pieces and they'll give us some time a day.
But if you're either watching, no one watches this far ahead. It's 8 minutes. The first 8 minutes is where we should, whatever. But
maybe not with the clips.
Maybe this could probably be a clip. No, this won't be.
Yeah, because believe it or not, like surprisingly, remember that fucking video that we did with Gio? Like it did pretty good that first week. The one that we did when we came back from vacation.
Which one?
Like the one where we were just talking about
that episode?
Yeah, that episode.
Oh yeah, it was like a chill episode.
Yeah, it was like a really chill episode.
And people discussed. They mentioned it. It was like a relaxing episode. Yeah, it's not super high energy, but it was relaxing.
Yeah, it was good enough for us. I guess it was like like passing by. Yeah, but what were you saying about having Gio?
About having so like we should probably, this could probably be the intro if I remember, 114. We're now the last 2 weeks we've done 1 episode a week because we're trying to milk the Allison and Butters one, because they usually give us better traction. They get more eyes because they're the most charming. For sure. But usually these we have 2 episodes a week, Monday and Thursday, or we can do Monday or Friday or whatever. But Monday and Thursday is what it is right now. Okay. And usually they're both guest episodes, because usually we record 2 hours, but now we're recording 1 hour with the guests to test it out. And then if this video, honestly, it really depends how the quality of this video, of how it sounds, how it looks. The looks better than the looks is gonna be super good. The sound is where it might be an issue. But having two episodes a week again, except when we have like special guests that like we want to milk, right?
Like Ayo next week.
Next week
we're gonna have some good clips too for all the fights that are coming up.
So we have another hour with Gaio, and then so what we're trying to do is having 1 episode with the guest. Same thing with Theo Von, do the same thing. So Richard's trying to be Theo Von. Theo Von.
Shout out Theo Von.
Initially, nowadays this is more different because he has higher level guests, so he takes more time to edit. But initially, it was like he'll have a plumber on, like a regular dude, a plumber or a mortician, and then a solo episode for 2 weeks. So what we could do now. Also, sometimes the fucking studio, like today, we're supposed to be in the studio.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in the studio right now.
The studio is fucking one studio got shut down.
Completely.
Shut down the podcast. Talking about earlier, and then the Silver Lake one where we usually go, they're under maintenance because every few weeks we kind of shut them down for a day or two. There's been a whole week this
Yeah, who knows? They might just be shut down completely like the first one.
That's true. If not, you'll see us here. But eventually we'll upgrade to Roadcaster, and so it'll be good.
Yeah.
But I'm fucking babbling.
We're gonna have one episode.
One episode with us three.
Yeah. Okay.
Joe,
you, me, yeah, and maybe JD. Maybe
JD. That was gonna die, so we can end it up soon. And then if we have a guest, we're on a roll with guests, so we can have.
I'll have a few that I'm working on as well.
Yeah, and then this episode could be uploaded next Monday.
Week.
Yeah, because we take advantage. This one could be next.
Yeah, this one could be next tomorrow.
And then fucking
Gio on Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, huh? Yeah. Tomorrow's So this one could be up. So this one, honestly, this one could be real time, depending how everything goes. This one's a real time. So we recorded this yesterday when you're watching it. So everything's up to date. Because the problem is that we usually record things ahead of time. Yeah. And then it doesn't. Sometimes we're lucky and it aligns with current events.
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes we get really lucky and sometimes we just don't make the cut and we lose the opportunity to be in the algorithm of YouTube, Instagram, or wherever it is that we're trying to promote. Yeah, but other than that, man, I got a few questions, bro. Nothing crazy, just simple ones. So, yeah, nothing crazy, bro. I kind of remember them because they were just like 4 or 5 questions. I know that one of the questions was, when are we gonna have the famous Medio Metro on?
Medio Metro? Oh, Chris. Bro, it's not up to us. It's up to Chris.
Yeah, it's Chris.
Ismail.
Ismail.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted all the Airfare FC, but the only one that wanted to show up was Ismail.
Yeah, so, then another question that we got was fucking Brian. Shout out Brian. He's all Maldini or Wiki. He's just asking about fucking defenders.
Brian
and
Limas?
Shit. Yeah, Brian Limas.
Maldini's a GOAT.
There you go. Maldini's a GOAT. And then another question that we got is, it was something along the lines, do we get every guest that we go after? And the answer is no. So sometimes we actually thrown out propositions out there for people, like, and then sometimes we'd be like, hey, you guys would want to be on. And then sometimes, we get like pretty good solid reasonings. Hey, I'm shy. Hey, I don't like, or I don't feel prepared, or, whatever it may be. So sometimes we don't get the people that we want to have on. And it sucks sometimes because sometimes I feel like a lot of people that we try to have on, they're pretty interesting people, or at least people that are like either in the profession or trying to make their way into the profession. So sometimes we miss out on like solid content, I would say. So no, the answer is no. We never.
Yeah, and then eventually, sometimes we want to have our hosts on. He never shows up. JD, we want JD on, but JD never likes to show up.
Yeah, and then another question. What was another question, bro? I think I had one more.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering, because why you looked for that, originally the 4 permanent hosts were us two, JD and Gio, but JD has a busy life. And then right now Gio is out of town, so Gio will be back soon. Gio will be back soon for either the Gaio episode, for sure. He was there for Gio, huh? With Gio, the other Gio?
Yeah.
Okay, so next week we'll see Gio back on an episode. But it's all pre-recorded, like 2 weeks ago, so it's not going to be anything up to date.
No, I think that was it. That was really it.
That was it.
Yeah, we didn't really have that much questions this time, but yeah, like, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, or this podcast episode. A bit more chill. We talked about current events. Like I said, if there's anybody out there that would want to sponsor us, hopefully, there's a legitimate sponsor out there. Like I mentioned, we've been fucking around too much with the sponsorship. So
yeah,
if anybody, just anybody wants to, be like, hey, here's a couple grand, a couple $100 million for you guys. Be my guest. I'll openly, willingly take that money. Now, other than that, I would suggest that you guys follow us on our Instagram. It's slowly growing. Trying to get our name out there, like always, and eventually, I don't know. Like, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but hopefully we can get a studio by next year, so that way we don't have to fucking wait for people to open the doors for us, and be in a little bit more of a professional,
Yeah.
professional
No
space.
mosquitoes.
Yeah, no more mosquitoes and shit. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. And any last words, bro?
That's it. Peace
That'll
out.
be it, guys. Late.